From the Newstalk ZB newsroom, this is Newsfix.
In this update, more than 66 million votes have already been cast in the US presidential election. Kamala Harris and Donald Trump are holding dueling campaigns in Wisconsin, with just days before one gets the key to the White House. Harris has slammed the former president's violent language towards former lawmaker Liz Cheney after he said rifles should be trained on her.
Anyone who wants to be president of the United States who uses that kind of violent rhetoric is clearly disqualified and unqualified to be president.
Startling images from space show the ocean has engulfed part of Spain. Spanish authorities are still searching for dozens of people missing. At least 205 people have died. BBC correspondent Nikki Schiller says many of the dead were found in cars trying to flee from the floodwaters.
It is like something out of a disaster movie, 200 metres of just a pile of cars that obviously been tossed around like they were matchsticks.
A plea for Kiwis to shop locally this Christmas shopping season. Buy New Zealand Made is warning with ongoing economic challenges and rising costs, this looks to be the toughest Christmas on record. Executive Director Dane Ambler says liquidations are hitting record levels and a third of small businesses have cut staff in the last quarter. He says every dollar spent on local businesses has a huge ripple effect.
Buying local means providing essential income and livelihood for many New Zealanders. We're also minimising transportation distances and emissions and contributing to a better New Zealand.
Recreational hunters and anglers are all game for a new charter for better access to public conservation land. Fish and Game says access is the top issue for recreational anglers and hunters, with constraints on access making it challenging. Chief Executive Karina Jordan says the charter highlights how important that access is for Kiwis.
But also within the charter, it highlights the responsibility that we all have as citizens to make sure that we are protecting our wild, beautiful places and that we are acting in a way that's in accordance with our regulations. That's
news. In sport, Auckland FC coach Steve Corica is reminding the Phoenix of the expectation from their home fans ahead of the first all-Kiwi match-up in football's A-League. This afternoon's match in the capital comes after the two sides finished round 2 of the competition at the top of the standings. Corica says his players have taken a ton of confidence from starting with 2 wins, both on home soil in Auckland.
Away from home is also quite good. The pressure's all on them at home, so a little bit of pressure off us going to their ground first. So, we try and make the most of that.
Wellington Phoenix coach Giancarlo Italiano refutes Corica's claim.
I find that very hard to believe. One, I don't think they've left New Zealand yet. We've just come back from Perth, and I would say, with the money that he has available for players and so on, he's a strong favourite.
Kick-offs at 5 p.m. That's sport. I'm Sandy Hodge.
For more news, listen to Newstalk ZB live on iHeartRadio.